Hello, and welcome to my Marcus Talks review of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. To start off, I would like to say at the time of this recording, I am at 98% completion, so I feel very confident in judging this game. I'll start with the story and a quick synopsis of it. There is a strange portal sucking up the citizens of Planet Popstar, including Kirby. Going through the portal, Kirby goes through a strange physical transformation, and on the other side is a strange new world for him to explore. He quickly discovers the ability to control inanimate objects that he can no longer completely swallow for some reason, and by wrapping his body around it, he can control a car, a vending machine, a traffic cone, and after discovering this ability, he sees the Waddle Dees, the citizens of Planet Popstar, being captured by strange creatures, crows, birds, and he meets Elfilin, a flying squirrel-like creature that is trying to save the Waddle Dees and is about to get captured himself. So he teams up with Elfilin, and they go throughout the world rescuing the Waddle Dees from the mysterious Beast Pack. I'll start with gameplay next. The level design is almost Super Mario 3D World-esque in the layout. It's a linear level with some hidden secrets, collectibles, but in a 3D space. And there are hidden Waddle Dees, much like the hidden green stars in Super Mario 3D World stages. But then the levels also have secret missions for you to accomplish to rescue more Waddle Dees. These can range from helping a baby ducklings find their mother to stand on an object. Some of these can be fun, but the main problem with them is they're all hidden goals when you start playing. The only goal you see when you start a level is complete the level and rescue the hidden Waddle Dees. All of the other ones are just question marks, so you don't know what you need to do. Once you beat a level, one or more of them will be revealed, so the next time you play the level, you know what to do. But this can get a little tedious when you find one out after spending 30 minutes in a level if you're really bad at the game or trying to discover everything. In actuality, it would probably be around 5 to 15 minutes that you spend replaying through a level. It feels really nice when you rescue Waddle Dees, though, because they rebuild Waddle Dee Town, which is like your hub world, but not, because it's almost like a small level in itself. And over the course of the game, the more Waddle Dees you rescue, the bigger it will be, which will add new mini games and buildings to explore. I'd like to touch on the copy abilities and the Waddle Dee Blacksmith. So copy abilities had some setbacks or concessions made in this game, with no command inputs being allowed, or very few command inputs being allowed, depending on what move you're using. Originally, a Kirby copy ability could have upwards of 10 different attacks you could do with it, whereas here it can range from 2 to maybe 5 if you're lucky. This is a little good for numerous reasons. It makes it simpler to use them in this 3D space. You're not worrying about, okay, I have to push the stick in this many different directions and then I can use this attack. Now, the copy abilities do feel very good. Upgrading them feels even better because you get to see what new things it can do. Like the hammer ability. Once upgraded, it becomes the toy hammer, which can be used to hit faster and harder. But once it's upgraded to the wild hammer, the swings are a lot slower, but they're way more powerful. The bosses, they can range from good to okay. There are a couple great ones thrown in there, but they're secret final bosses that I don't want to spoil myself for you lovely viewers at home. I'd rather you play the game and find them on your own. A couple gripes I have with gameplay other than the Waddle Dees is, you know what? I really have none. The main gripe I'd have is the treasure roads, which are where you get the rare stones, the materials to upgrade the copy abilities. They have a bonus time limit that you can achieve, and the goal for achieving that secondary time limit isn't very rewarding since it's just a few extra coins. I feel like the reward for that could have been a little bit better. But other than that, the gameplay is pretty good. Moving on to music. The music in this game is amazing. Every level has its own song to some degree, but a few of them do recycle some music. And I don't mind that because the ones that got recycled music, it was some of the better songs anyway. The Alival, however you pronounce it, I'll go with Alival Mall stage. The music is so good. It's so good. The main theme song of this game is so good. And as you're exploring the world map, for each world or different area you go to, the main theme song gets remixed to that style. So you start in the regular plains area. It's a relatively normal song. You go to the beach area. It's like a tropical theme. You go to the next area, which is an abandoned theme park. It sounds like a classic Disneyland song that you'd hear during one of the parades. And one of the stages in it, I don't feel like I'm spoiling too much here. It's literally like the Disney World or Disneyland electric light parade. It has the same music almost. It has the general feel of being at a theme park. I don't want to spoil any more of the game in this regard, but the, I just I can't express how good the music is. All right, graphics. This game looks very nice. The lighting's very good. Some of the textures are, I don't know. I didn't expect to see textures like this in a Kirby game. My main problem with the graphics is the render distance of objects and enemies. If an object or an enemy or a character is far enough away, it just won't be rendered at all. If it's within a certain distance, its frames will be extremely choppy, which I felt they could have handled this better, but it is what it is. You're not really going to care about that too much since you'll be enjoying yourself while playing the game. But overall, the graphics are good. Just in general, some of the stuff they could have handled better. Replayability of this game. I think this game is mostly a one and done, as in you play through it once and then you don't play it again. There could be replayability in playing the mini games a lot, or trying to go for better times in the treasure roads. Or if you wanted to, you could start a new save file and limit yourself in some way. Like, I'm not going to use any copy abilities this run, or I'm not going to let myself upgrade any copy abilities this run, and I have to use the base copy abilities. Or a damage run, which doesn't sound nearly as fun as either of the first two I just mentioned. But you get the idea. I would like to just make a quick disclaimer here about possibly disturbing imagery in the game. This will spoil the final boss, so skip to this part wherever I list if you want to avoid spoilers. Probably not parents if you're even listening to this. This touches on the final boss. So the final boss of this game kind of is a ultimate life form, psychic fetus looking thing that is using mind control on the leader of the beast pack, which is a lion, and then eventually through this mind control sort of possesses the lion to fight you more directly. Uh, this is one of the few Kirby games that I think actually earns its age rating, which it's E10 and up. I just felt that I should point this out before finishing this review. And that's pretty much about it. I can't say anything really all that negative about this game. So in terms of its score, this game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, is getting an 8 out of 10 from me. It's just that good. Kirby's first full-length game in 3D. They really outdid themselves. One personal thought I'd just like to add on is inside of Kirby's house, this is kind of a spoiler, there's a book that has details on some of the previous Kirby games. It's really salt into the wound with the Wii U and 3DS eShop closure that they make detailed descriptions of the 3DS downloadable only Kirby games, like DDD's Drum Dash and Kirby 3D Blowout Blast Deluxe, which was Kirby's actual first 3D game in terms of movement, but it will no longer be available anymore, which just felt a little annoying to see that in this game. Oh, and if anyone says this is Kirby's first 3D game, the game itself has information detailing his actual first 3D game, which I think is kind of funny. Okay, and with that, I think that wraps it up. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video out. I'd like to hear anyone's thoughts if they've played the game themselves. And that's about it. Good night, Tri-State area.